Here's my walkthrough of the Klein Tools 32288 insulated 8-in-1 screwdriver set. You will find a link to purchase this and other models at a discount in the description below the video. You can place your order right now. I'm showing everything through a screencast today. I can't add footage of the tool itself, so I'll walk you through the details and the real points that matter when deciding if this set is worth it. This model is built around a simple idea. One handle, multiple interchangeable insulated blades.
Did you know that the best discounts on Amazon last only a few hours? That's why I launched 2 channels where I publish the highest discounts on Amazon products in real time every day. Follow the link in the description and subscribe to our Threads and Telegram channels right now to consistently save money on your everyday purchases.
The set includes Phillips, slotted, and square tips, and the whole thing is designed for electrical work, where insulation isn't optional. The first thing that usually stands out about this set is the insulation rating. Klein lists it as tested to 1,000 volts, which is the standard most electricians look for when dealing with panels, switches, and anything where live connections might be present. Even though it carries that rating, the feel of the insulation is what you actually notice. It's thick, grippy, and doesn't feel cheap or hollow. When you switch blades, the locking mechanism is simple. You slide the blade into the handle until it clicks. It holds tight and doesn't wobble, which matters when you're trying to get leverage in tight spaces. Some multi-bit drivers have play in the shaft, and that's annoying and unsafe. This one feels stable. The blades are long enough for most indoor electrical boxes, but not so long that they feel awkward. The Phillips tips bite well, the slotted tips stay steady, and the square tips are good for breakers and hardware where rounded edges would slip. The grip on the handle is the usual Klein design. It has that rubbery texture with a bit of contour, so it sits naturally in your hand. If your hands are sweaty or dusty, it still holds well. It's not oversized, so you can work for a while without your wrists getting tired. But one thing to be aware of is weight. It's not heavy, but when the blade is inserted, the balance shifts forward more than with a fixed screwdriver. It's fine for most tasks, but if you're used to solid, insulated drivers, you might notice the change. Durability is usually where Klein tools do well. The metal on the blades is solid, and the insulation doesn't peel or bubble. But the interchangeable system means you're depending on one handle. If the handle gets damaged, the whole set loses value. That's the trade-off with any multi-bit insulated tool. Some users prefer individual insulated screwdrivers for exactly that reason. Others like having a compact set that fits in one pouch instead of carrying 8 separate tools. It really depends on how often you work around live circuits and how rough your work environment is. One thing I noticed is that the square tips fit most electrical screws well, but not every brand. Sometimes the tolerance feels tight and you need to push harder to seat the tip. Not a big issue, but something to keep in mind if you deal with mixed hardware. The Phillips tips grip nicely and don't cam out unless the screw head is already worn. The slotted blades are straight and actually usable, which isn't always the case on multi-bit tools. The build feels solid overall. You can drop the handle without worrying that the insulation will crack. The blades slide in and out smoothly after you've used them a few times. Out of the box, they can feel a bit stiff, but that goes away quickly. The lettering on the insulation also holds up and doesn't rub off after a few days of use, which helps when you're digging through a bag looking for the right tip. If you like compact gear and want a safe insulated option, this set works well. If you prefer individual insulated drivers for faster access, you might find the swapping process slower. It's not bad, but it adds a step when you're moving from one type of screw to another. That's the overview of the Klein Tools 32288 insulated screwdriver set. If this helped, hit like and subscribe so you don't miss the next review.